The moment XRP holders have been waiting for. We are going to be talking about it. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. If we take a quick look at the market right now, guys, in the beginning of July, this market was dead. No bull run, no alt season. It's over. Now we are well over 60 for greed. Bitcoin is well over $67,000. I strongly encourage everyone to join the free Discord. There's going to be a link at the top of the description below. This is one of the most valuable and informative Discords out there, and it's completely free. There's a free side that has a ton of free crypto gems, free market strategies, guides, market trends, free charts, and there's also going to be new cheat sheets dropped in this Discord. And already we have a ton of testimonials from members of the Discord that have been absolutely loving it. So what are you waiting for? Go and click the link at the top of the description below and join the free Discord. Altcoins have been pumping. XRP is still kind of trailing around almost 60 cents. 24-hour span, altcoins across the board are pretty green. Nothing too crazy there. But one thing that I have been noticing, like I said, is the fear and greed index. We are now at the same levels that we saw back in the beginning of June. These were the same levels back in the beginning of February as well. And we know what happened all the way into March. Now, I'm not saying that we are going to pull back or anything like that, but we do need to be a little bit cautious because, again, most of this market will get extremely bullish before we even get over significant resistance levels. Now, for me personally, as we look at Bitcoin last 7 days, even the last 1 month, this reversal has been very strong. I do have the chart open. I'm going to be addressing the chart as well. But the big thing that I'm waiting for is for us to break over the recent highs back in March. And you could even argue this with XRP as well. I mean, even if we look at XRP, we need to break over these March highs. It's the same exact high going back to November of 2023. So, again, XRP does have a lot of work to do. Bitcoin also has a lot of work to do, and so does a lot of altcoins. I mean, realistically speaking, even if we go to the top gainers and the losers in the top 100, and we just grab like any one of these altcoins, let's just grab Render for an example. This is the last year. Although, yes, Render had a nice move to the upside, we're now at a level at which we have a lot to do. I mean, we have to clear the recent May highs and then the recent March highs. So pretty much all of the altcoin market is in a very similar state where they do have a lot of work to do to actually break over the recent highs. And then that's when the real fun begins. And that's when, in my opinion, the real alt season officially begins as well, which we will talk about. Now, let's take a quick look at some stats behind the XRP ledger and behind XRP. So Sentiment put this out on the 18th. So this is roughly now, almost, 2 days ago, almost 3 days now. We have the XRP ledger has seen a substantial amount of both new addresses created and total addresses interacting on the network. Both are at their highest level since March. Now, a lot of people have been, saying like, hey, does this mean that we are going to retest those March highs? It's a possibility, but we don't know what's going to happen here. But realistically speaking, as we look here, we have 1,721 new XRP wallets created in a single day, most since March 30th. 47,363 individual addresses interacting on the XRP ledger, most since March 9th. And again, if we go back to March, here you guys have those March highs here around roughly like 72 cents or so. So that's what we are waiting for. But that's not the moment that XRP holders are waiting for. We're going to be talking about that here in a second. But if we go over here to the XRP ledger metrics, check this out. So recently, transactions are dropping off a little bit, but with the recent move to the upside, we saw a lot of payments and a lot of transactions on the XRP ledger. And this was actually a pretty big thing to put a spotlight on. And I did in the video when we started to see XRP actually pumping. But if we actually look down here, we can see the number of active accounts. Again, this was not, going all the way back to like January 1st, this was not really anything crazy recently. We are expecting this to bounce back in a very large way. Again, going back to just January 1st versus where we were at now, I mean, this is a very substantial low amount of active accounts. So we are waiting for, active accounts to start popping up yet again. That will most likely happen once we start to see the retail crowd coming back, which I am expecting does happen right around the time that we officially are in alt season. But we could see XRP burn those fees, number of transactions executed, successful transactions executed as well. And then here are those new accounts. Again, although, yeah, we have some new accounts here, it's nothing like January and December just recently. That's what we're waiting for. Now, the reason why XRP had so many new accounts and active accounts during that time, it's because XRP was also pumping around that time as well. Like here is, October, XRP was doing very good. We got to remember that this is right after the July timeframe as well, where XRP got cleared as not a security. There was a lot of speculation. There was a lot of hype around XRP as well. So that's mainly the main reason why. But outside of that, we are expecting XRP to wake up in a large way this alt season. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, this is what the Bitcoin chart looks like. Again, I outlined this trend that we were riding during this time. By the way, Bitcoin on the daily RSI wise was actually printing bullish divergence, which if we actually go and check out the daily, we could see that bullish divergence printing going all the way back to June 24th. But regardless, on the 1 week here, let's go back to the 3-day. Once we broke over this fair value gap, we knew that this thing was going to move even higher. The problem here is that we are now at a supply zone. It's also a fair value gap. And this is at a time where we are at some pretty high fear and greed levels. I'm not saying that we're going to sell off, but I'm just saying that this is where we need to be a little bit cautious. Now, for me personally, the big thing to watch for is a 3-day candle close over $71,827. This is also breaking the June high and even the May high. And if we do get a close over this, this will be the highest 3-day close since going all the way back to 2021. And I would argue that this is actually the highest 3-day close in the history of Bitcoin, because once we close over this, we're well past the all-time high from 2021. So this will be a very big level for Bitcoin to actually close over. But beyond that, as we really kind of look at Bitcoin right now, considering how much volume and momentum there is behind Bitcoin, this could very well lead us to the next big target, which is $83,689. Now, this is a key fib extension, which will basically be, in my opinion, the next big target for Bitcoin to break over. And then from there, we either watch for a retest of some significant lows or a potential breakout to over $100,000. So let's watch what happens here. Again, we need to focus on the fair value gaps. Could we come back down to retest the $63,000, almost $60,000 level? We could, but I'm not expecting it. We need to be cautious here, though, especially on RSI, because even RSI-wise, we are getting close to that May 18th high on the RSI. And that's where we did start to kind of weaken a little bit on RSI, print a bearish divergence on the chart, and that's when we start to sell off heavy. So I'm watching this closely. Now, what is the moment that XRP holders have been waiting for? What is this big moment? Well, it's Bitcoin dominance breaking down. If we actually take a look at this thing on the daily, this is in a range. This is not showing us any major bullish momentum just yet. We need to watch this closely because we are expecting this to break down. I'm watching this leading into the end of this month, as well as leading into the beginning of August, because I do think that this is where we start to see Bitcoin dominance weaken in the market and altcoins to take over a little bit. As we actually look at what I'm watching for when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, it is two scenarios, right? It's either we just continue to range here and then break down, or we potentially put in a double top, which is right around roughly 57%. I don't believe that we do that. I believe that we are going to range here and break down into the next area of interest, which is right around 51.38% to about 52.29%. Once we lose 50% on Bitcoin dominance, that is when the fun starts for altcoins. And also, by the way, the US dollar has been playing into this plan accordingly. This is what we are watching for on this. We already have that nice impulsive move to the upside. Now we are just expecting much more downside potential down to about roughly 103 almost. This is the key area next. And then from there, we potentially have a nice impulsive move to the upside of roughly like 103.5. And then we just continue to break down. Again, this has been very weak. The dollar has been very weak structure-wise, which is why we are now starting to see Bitcoin breaking to the upside in a very large way. If this can continue, and if we can finally break over those March highs, the entire market is going to erupt, which will also take XRP with it. Now, with XRP, we do have a fair value gap that we need to be aware of, and it's down here at around roughly 51 cents. It's like 51 to 44.5 cents. This is a big area of interest. Now, do we have to go all the way down to like 44 cents? And do we even have to go all the way down, to 51 cents? No. In fact, we could just maintain this level above 56 cents, break to the upside, and just continue. It's not a guarantee that fair value gaps do get, ran, but the overall market did just have a major fake out. Even Bitcoin had a major fake out. XRP had a major fake out. I highlighted that on this chart. And now, as we really look at XRP, it is fighting, this resistance level at about roughly 59 like 8 cents, right? So the big thing to watch here is for XRP to break over this level, get a 3-day candle close over it as well, and then continue to 68, almost 69 cents. From there, we watch for a retest of the lows or a potential much larger breakout to the next key target, which is right around roughly like 79.5 cents. From there, we just watch for the, July high, followed by the 2021 high and, onward. But I do believe that XRP has a very strong setup right now. If we can maintain above 56 cents, this will continue to print a much higher move on this chart. If we lose 56 cents, then I am expecting this fair value gap to be ran on XRP. Now, building on top of that, the XRP Bitcoin pair, again, right at resistance, we need a big push here. We need a big push to the upside. We need to break over this resistance level, and we need to continue. The big moment that we are waiting for is just Bitcoin dominance breaking down. This has started to have a little bit of a move in the market, supporting Bitcoin's recent move, but I am watching this thing closely for a much larger move to the downside. It's been in a solid range. It looks ready to pop to the downside, which will take altcoins to, Valhalla, if you will. So as we really look at XRP right now on the 3-day, or even technically, if we even look at this thing on the weekly as well, we could see major resistance on this chart. We need a big push here. We might cool off a little bit before that next big push while Bitcoin continues to do what it wants to do. Right now, the big focus is Bitcoin. And I know that you guys are probably out there saying, like, we don't care about Bitcoin. I don't care about Bitcoin. I only care about XRP. But ultimately, we need to be focused on this. In fact, I think now more than ever before, we need to be focused on Bitcoin, because the next big move here above those March highs will set the stage for what altcoins are about to do. The higher Bitcoin goes, the higher altcoins go. So we are just waiting for what Bitcoin is going to do here. As we focus on that, I also am focused on Bitcoin dominance, because if we start to see a drop on this chart while Bitcoin continues to, 70,000 plus, potentially even breaking all the way up to 80, almost $4,000, then altcoins are about to go crazy against their Bitcoin pairs, and they are about to wake up in a large way, aka alt season. Alt season is determined when Bitcoin dominance breaks down while Bitcoin continues to the upside, or even remains stable at a significant level. So that's what we're watching for. That's what we're waiting for. Overall, XRP has been performing nice, but let's just be honest here, guys. XRP still has a lot of work to do, and we are still waiting for a much larger move in the market to well over $2 plus, and even breaking that all-time high, which I do believe will happen this cycle. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.